Superannuation for the mining industry is what we're talking about today, the East Central Business Show. I'm John Naylor, joined by a resident expert, financial planner, Helen Baker. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Now, we're going to do any specific advice today. People should take this to the bank, go act specifically what you say today.
I'll get shot. No, just general disclaimer. This is just general discussions only. Seek professional advice specific to your purposes. And I think it goes on for longer than that, but yeah.
We'll put it at the end of the video, eh? Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's get on with it. Let's talk about superannuation now. Superannuation has been around for some time. There's certain people get to take advantage of it, some people otherwise not, but you think it's sort of kind of relevant to the mining industry, yeah?
I think it's great for the mining industry, so I think it's great for everybody, but it's what we call the super generation now, so everybody has super, at least one, preferably, that's a whole other section on consolidation, I think we've talked about before, but the benefit for people in the mining sector is generally people in the mining sector get paid a premium for A, for their skills, and B, often if they're FIFO, so they get paid a great salary, which probably puts them in either the top marginal tax bracket, which is 45%, or the next one, which is 38%-ish. So when you look at that and then you look at super, which is only a 15% tax space, there's already savings to be made if you're investing money through to super and also after you've invested in super.
Yeah, okay. Because I mean, it's human nature to not look that far into the future type thing. Am I going to live that long? Am I going to... I can't even think that far ahead of my life type thing, but it can be a very valuable way to go in terms of getting more from your earn, yeah, putting it away for another time.
Yeah, so what I talk to people about, you know, is like stretching your money. So if this is what you're earning and then you're losing that in tax and then you may be losing things in fees or commissions or whatever and then you're ending up with this, if we can push some of this back and reduce some of those savings, if you don't need it, great, we can put it away and invest it. If you do need it, well now instead of having that, you've actually got that.
Right.
So it's about trying to make this money work hard for you and do smart things that are just, some of them are like just no-brainers. Okay,
cool. And because that volatility that tends to happen around mining wages, you know, 1 year you're making 160K and working in Western Queensland, the next year you're on nothing type thing. Like super actually is the ultimate leveler or sort of safety cushion around that sort of income, yeah?
Yeah. I think one of the great benefits of superannuation is that it's, if we said to people, you need to put this money away for your retirement and you put it in your own account, guarantee it just wouldn't happen. People would spend it on holidays, they would spend it on renovating their house, they would give it to kids. So the super being locked away is actually a fantastic thing because it means there is something there at the end of the rainbow. But because it's so far out before you can touch it, which is also a benefit, it's got all this time to compound over that period of time in a much more favourable tax space than what you're normally paying in tax.
There you go, and of course that compounding effect, you know, which someone I saw recently referred to it like, what if you had a magic box under your bed into which you could put $10 and in 40 years time it was many, many times that.
Right.
You'd put $10 in that magic box, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's the outcome of super.
Yeah, and so the benefit for people in the industry is that pretty much everyone will have surplus cash flow because they've got nice salaries, they've put some things away, and this might form one piece of the many types of ways that they should be investing and using their money. So it's not like everything should go there. In my opinion, it's about looking at what's right for everybody and maybe putting a little bit more there and taking advantage of those opportunities.
Okay, and there's some recent changes around superannuation and some sort of backdating effect?
Yeah, this is great. So going forward from the next financial year, so 2018-19, so the new cap since last year is $25,000, which is a combination of what your company puts in and what you put in yourself. So if down the track, like what you're saying before, they're volatile, they might be out of work for a period or they only worked half that year, then the next year they're back earning the really big income again. What this is going to allow you to do is go back and capture the cap that you've missed out on over the last 5 years. So for people, and women particularly, who've been out of the workforce having babies or something like that.
Okay. Return to the big bucks.
Yeah, and then take advantage of popping the super back up and all the tax benefits that go with it. It's fantastic.
So you're saying, so don't work for 4 years, work for 1 year at 200k, and you can push 100, 125k into super out of that.
Quite possibly, yeah.
All right. Well, I think I might take that up
At
myself.
4 years old?
No, I don't think that's going to work out. No, but anyway, look, that's valuable information type thing, and obviously it's something to really take a good look at. Now, to have a detailed conversation with Helen Baker, how do people do that, Helen?
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn now at the Central Business Show.
Oh, there you go.
You can find me on yourown2feet.com.au.
Okay, fabulous. Yeah, there's a whole back catalogue of Helen Baker. What are we on, series 3 now, I think, or something like that?
We're on 3.
4?
If you could get 4.
I reckon it's 4. Anyway.
I should know my numbers.
Yeah. I don't. I'm with marketing. But anyway, that's enough done for this episode of the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Naylor. So, just a general chat with Helen Baker, our resident expert financial planner on the eCentral Business Show. Helen, now, where does this passion come from about financial planning? We've just shot your first series. You've talked about you like it.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
I didn't know to start with. So my background was originally more as a fixer. So I used to go into businesses and fix things and make things happen. So I think the combination of the finance background, the project management, the fixer, and dealing with people, 1, 2, 3, and here I am.
Okay, fabulous. Now we're going to put a disclaimer up around us at the moment, so it's probably down here somewhere-ish. But you know, it's really important that people understand that whatever we do in these episodes is not specific advice. Yeah.
No. So specific advice must be tailored to their personal circumstances. So we'll just be talking generally about bits and things, and if that interests them and sparks them, they can seek specific advice from there.
Okay, so now how do people get their Helen Baker though? So there's a book and there's a website to make contact, yeah?
Yeah, so there's a website, there is the book that you can buy. I'm on LinkedIn. You find me wandering around Brisbane.
Okay.
Leave me alone if I'm at the groceries. No. So yeah, just on yourown2feet.com.au is the hub of where you'll find everything you need to know,
And
really.
that's the book title as well, isn't it?
It is. What does that mean? It's all consistent.
Okay, fabulous. All right, so that's a couple of great ways to get your Helen Baker, the resident expert financial planner on the eCentral Business Show.